Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobby Richardson, and I will be your guide for today. So today we are going to pick a channeled message, and there will be 3 groups that you can choose from. So whenever you come across this, it's meant for you, even though it says November 23rd on the title. It is meant for you in that energy of what you're at, where you're at. You can choose 1, 2, or 3 piles. It doesn't make any difference to me. Also, a little bit of housekeeping. I am a one-on-one counselor, intuitive counselor. So if you want to book a session with me, the link is down below, and my website is Codes to a New Reality. Also, I do Tuesday lives, which I actually did Wednesday this week. And that is all to do with just channeling, straight channeling live. This week's actually on Wednesday, lots of juicy stuff came through. So if you're really interested in watching the channeling, which is me channeling the CYANIANS, the Pleiadians, the Acrturians, I'm tapping into humanity's consciousness as well through that, and oneness. So yeah, and I also have produced a new video called The Color Codes. So if you want to know what color means what, and from a soul's perspective, go and have a look at that video. It's very enlightening and powerful as well. So that are all my little housekeeping bits. And now I'll just get into this pick a channel message. So this is how this works. I'm an artist and I produced books and stuff like that. So I've put a lot of my artwork here. And what I'll do is I'll just randomly pick 3 cards. And the channel message might have something to do with the actual image, or it might not. We're just going to go with the flow with this. And also to help you out, I'll pick 3 crystals so that you can choose from those crystals. And later on, I'll put the timestamps after this. Live is published. So yeah, is that all? And I might today also, just for an add-on, use my fortune dice. So I've created these fortune dice with my artwork on them, and they also come with 1 to 9 dice as well, 3 of them. So I might roll those as well for each group, just to throw something new in there. So here we go. Let's choose this new pick a channel message. So this will be group 1, this will be group 2, and this will be group 3. And to help you out, we will choose randomly. I won't look. We've got one clear quartz point for number 1. Okay, we got a rhodonite crystal for group 2, and for 3 we have the lapis. So the lapis for group 3. So if you choose 1, which is the clear quartz, 2 rhodonite, and 3 lapis. If you choose your piles now, and now we will go into the actual channeling. So put 2, 2, and 3 over there. Here's number 1. Hey Julie, hey Sky, good to see you guys again. 2 days in a row, right? Okay, so here's for the clear quartz. Pile number 1. Pile number 1 received this image here of, oh, this is actually quite a powerful image. Oh, okay. Because there was a lot of power that went into this is actually within this rock face, 2 holding hands. One is it's really hard to see because there's so many other reflections on this, but there is like this little, like you can see a thumb, and there's this finger going up here. So it's the palm of one hand going this way. And then if you take that away, there was another palm coming down. So there's a thumb here and a finger going down this way. And I actually did this for my book, Holding Hands. What I did was take a photographs of the mountain that I was living next to, Mount Coolum, and I started distorting the mountain, and I got this real dreaded feeling. No, 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 you do not do that. That is just, you just don't do that. So my intuition was to get rid of all the artwork that I did. I completely wiped it. I went back up to the mountain and I took a photograph just of the rock face. And I just randomly put my daughter in front, didn't look at what was here at all. And then we have the butterfly of transformation. And then I put a message in the actual children's book about learning, like opening your imagination to be able to talk to the earth. And then I realized afterwards, you could see it really clearly in the actual book itself. I realized that there was two hands doing this. So what the actual book was called Imagine Holding Hands. So it totally went with talking to earth and the actual book title. So amazing. So this is a communication. There's some sort of communication coming to you because you're opening up now. There's an understanding that you are beyond your limits of your logical mind, and so you're starting to play a little bit more with your imagination, especially because she's just a little girl and she's just like delightful, and that whole experience of when you go back into childhood and you have that incredible adventurous mind of wonder and curiosity. Yes, there's naivety there as well, but now that you are mature, I mean, obviously you're mature, you're over 18 to be able to listen to me anyway, I think, on YouTube. But in any case, yeah, there is like this feeling of going back into your childhood to remember who you truly are from an authentic self, but then revisiting it as a mature adult now, so that you can weave in to this experience now that wondrous, childlike, adventurous curiosity feeling. And that is the thing that is actually going to open you up. You're giving more validation to your imagination. There's something about, oh my God, either you are giving it or you are coming into giving it, or you're starting to realize there's actual purpose for you to accept your imagination as a more stable thing in this reality, and allow the feelings to wash over you, the remembrance of some time ago when when you were connected a lot more, that's what they're saying, back to before you were 5 or 6, 5 or whatever. There's this kind of understanding that you are, because of that, you are starting to shine more light from you. And then because you're shining more light from you, that is more of a beacon for communication to come through you. It's like the more light that you embrace within yourself, the more you become the beacon for communication to happen. And there's a thing on there. And sorry, I'm feeling into this. I should really hold the crystal as well and see what else pours through. Yeah, don't rush this. Just keep on feeling into it and feeling into it. Don't try to push it. Don't try to make something happen that's not happening, because as soon as you try, you're already in your mind and you're not allowing the feelings to actually wash over you. They're also saying, I keep seeing a lawn and lying on a lawn and lying on Mother Earth and just breathing it all in and going, right here, right now. This is my very existence. The trees are a tree. The tree is a tree. The sky is a sky. This is where I'm at right here, right now. How beautiful is this? In this very moment, allowing all other mind games to wash away, so that you are completely present with Earth in that moment. This almost like something will spark within you, and some sort of magic is going to come like a gift of a long lost gift, maybe from past lives or something like that. It's going to start to remember. You're going to start to remember it, because there's transformation as well in this card with that butterfly coming across my daughter. There's hidden messages. There's something hidden. Pureness of who you are is hidden within the blemishes of the mind, and the programming of what's happened to you over time, and the lost souls, the lost something. We're all lost souls, honestly. um, but in that losing yourself, you actually find more adventure. So please embrace the fact that when you lost yourself, you actually found more adventure. It's like, say for instance, you went into a maze and you got lost, or you went into a forest and you got lost. But because you got lost, you started to compile, oh, okay, I know what that tree is, and I understand that place now. You started to find your way through the logic of being lost, a bigger playground for you to play in, so that whenever you went into that forest again or that maze again, you knew the way out, you knew how to get out of it. So this is you finding your way home so that you never get lost again. There's something new that's coming to you, and I'm literally getting goosebumps while I'm channeling this one. I love it. It's really a really beautiful feeling that you're coming into, or that you've already started. Some of you have started, and some of you are starting to embrace. So just keep on going, even though you might see in the outside, well, when is everything else going to change? When am I going to catch up to the actual manifestation of gifts actually coming in? Well, this is a gift. This is a gift because it's aligning you with way more than what you even expected in the future. You're setting yourself up. You're putting, the ribbons around the trees to understand where you're at, and what not to go into, what mind games to let go of, what you can embrace, what actually feels good for you, what you allow into your life, what you say no to, that sort of thing. So that's why they're saying it's hard, it's difficult, sometimes in this game, because you're opening yourself up to a lot more. Just lie on the ground, and or by a stream, put your hand in the water or something like that. There's some sort of connection to Gaia as well that could be happening for you. They're saying it's not all of you are to do with Gaia connection, but because some of you are to do with benevolence connection, as well, but hidden messages within you that's coming to a light. That's really what this card in this story is all about at the moment for you, the frequencies that you're moving into. Yeah. Oh, pretty cool. Okay, I'll just throw some dice as well for you and see what they come up with too. So I wish that I had a table and another camera coming in, but I don't. So you just have to trust me in this game that when I throw them, you're going to actually see. So I also take note as to how far away the dice are from me, because that's how far away the thing is that's coming. But interesting. Oh my gosh. Big transformation. Holy cow. Okay, so we have oneness on its side. So oneness is you're moving closer to oneness. You're literally shifting your reality closer to home, back to the love of yourself. It was on its side, so it's kind of sliding on in there, or you're sliding on into it. And then next to that was 22. 22 is the very, very big transformation number. It is don't be scared of looking like a bit of a fool through this transition. It's opening up of new ideas and new possibilities. But you also got these numbers 199, and 199 is a huge transformation. As you know, what happened in 9/11 and all that was all huge transformation. So 199. So you have one that's on its side, which is coming into independence of self. So acknowledging self, finding your inner core essence of who you are. And that was on its side too. It's sliding on in, but it was very close to oneness. So in finding yourself, you will find your connection to oneness. And then next to the one was 9 on its side. So the end of something, the transformation is always letting go of one thing and bringing in something new. So you're right on that prefaces of becoming something new, and letting go of something old. And then it had actually it was a 9, and then it had a 6 that was further away. So it's 196. Even so, the 6 is to do with creation and learning to carve your own path. It is the actual number of creation. There was this guy who was a genius, and the reason why he was a genius is because he had an accident, but it made him learn to use his imaginative, intuitive side of himself, and he could literally run the number of pi decimals right through for 4 hours and always get every single one of them right. He just kept on doing the right number, right? Like pi goes on forever, so the numbers keep changing, and he just kept on doing exactly the correct number, the next number, the next number for 4 hours. That's how incredible he was. And he said what he did was he fell into the number, and whenever he come across the number 6, it was the hardest one for him to feel into, because it was darkness. It was the start of something new. It was a blank black canvas. So it was this. It's where the spark of consciousness starts something completely different, and that was what you got. So you're learning through your own self-awareness of who you are to let go of a lot of stuff to be able to create a new path. It was completely in line with what I was actually saying before. 22 means transformation. Oneness means coming into, obviously coming into oneness, sliding in on that game. So yeah, you're getting there, you're going the right way. And please don't see your true value in the aspect of the material things that are around you at the moment. That will change. That will absolutely change, because you'll start to find your power. And when you find your power, you change it. Like you don't even have to worry about it. Like it will just naturally, well, I know what I'm doing now. I know how I'm bringing in, how I'm creating and carving my new path. I've figured it out now. So when you've got the calculation to figure out within your own mind, your own psyche, your own body of how to do this, then you start moving towards it. Okay. Whew. Okay, so that was number 1. Put the dice over there and the crystal over here. And now we're going to go to pile 2, whoever chose the Rhodonite. Very heart-based crystal here. And I haven't looked at the picture, but the picture is of, it's my green picture. I have colors through this because I was told to put colors. And anyways, so I took this photograph of the lawn. Both of these are very intense heart-based feelings. There's a heart-based. Just let me come into that. Message for pile 2, message for pile 2, message for pile 2. Okay, so there's growth, there's something new coming, but it's to do with the heart. It's like, okay, so I'm really feeling like the light is shining on your heart now. See the light? I didn't even look at this picture, but I was just, yeah, anyway. The light is shining on your heart now. Okay. So there's going to be some sort of vulnerability within you at the moment. A feeling of oh my God, It can feel intense. It can feel a little intense because you are illuminating things that you're not used to from your heart's perspective, that you've maybe kept hidden for quite some time. Could even be lots of lives, could even be, you know, just this life, but it could be lots of lives as well. And because you're illuminating on it, you have no fear. You know that you're going the right way, that everything you're doing is correct. But it's this vulnerability, and the vulnerability can sometimes illuminate the mind. It's like when more light comes in, it doesn't just illuminate the beautiful heart that you are, and the feeling that you can feel into, and new feelings that you can feel into, also can illuminate the shadow self, the mind, a little bit more. And so everything kind of becomes more. It's you're walking into more, and so that means because you have done work in the past of shadow works and stuff like that, and so you know kind of how to switch your mind up, or you're learning how to switch your mind up. Then when you expand a little bit more, then all of a sudden it comes back at you again, and you're like, oh, hang on, I thought I already did this. This is only because you've literally expanded. And so when you expand, you just keep reminding yourself, when your mind starts to come in and your reality starts to reflect your mind, and you start to lose yourself again, and you get caught up in a story, just keep on reminding yourself, I've already done this. I know how to do this. Okay, shish mind. I am going to come back to central self. I know who I am. I'm just love going on a journey. Okay, what would love do? Where would love go? What would love actually want to experience right now in me? And then go step towards that and go, I'm not listening to that other story anymore. Like, it's a learning game through this transition, but you are actually expanding. This is an expansion. So you're actually moving towards the place where you really wanted to go. It just feels like sometimes that it's not. So that's why they're illuminating through this heart. This is a very strong heart-based crystal. And the lawn is green. Like, you can't get more heart-based than this. It's like your whole heart is, holy crap! It's more than what I thought, and it has more to give, more to experience, and more to give to myself, and all of that. But then the mind will come in and go, well, you feel vulnerable because it's also new, and then the mind will come in and go, oh, maybe you're doing this wrong. Maybe you're doing that wrong. Maybe you shouldn't have, and maybe you should just step back. Maybe you should go, hermitize yourself again, and all of this. So you've got these whole games that are playing. Or maybe someone's not going to reflect it back to me. Oh, that person I need to let go of, or that person I need to let go of. And then really it's nothing to do with them at all. It was you aligning with your heart, and you feeling vulnerable, and you're searching outside of yourself for someone to bring in the feeling that you've just found within yourself, and they might not reflect it straight away because you're still trying to get used to it. So just the same patience is needed in this process, in this moment, and you are moving towards the right place because you are expanding. And to expand means that you are giving yourself more awareness of yourself, more understanding of who you are, and you are allowing your heart to have a say. You're allowing love to have a say. You're allowing yourself to embrace more of who you are. So there's stepping into something brand new here. It's like, say for instance, it's like a beautiful field that you're walking into, but you've never walked into that field before. And so when you walk into it, you look at it from afar and you go, oh my God, it's gorgeous. I'm going there. And so you start running towards that field. Oh, that is so beautiful. But then you get to the field, and then you're like, oh my God, I don't know this field. Maybe there's lots of bugs. Maybe there's a snake underneath, maybe there's this, and maybe there's that. And that's the mind trying to pull you away from it because you're feeling vulnerable, because you don't know what's in that new field. You don't know what's in your heart. You don't know how big this can go, where this can take you, how awesome you could become, how other people are going to react to you when you step into more love of yourself, who's going to fall away, who's not. But keep on bringing yourself back to, it's okay in this moment. It's okay in this moment. And I am feeling vulnerable. Acceptance of the vulnerability is something that they're asking you to go through. So that's, yeah, for pile number 2. And I will also, with that one, do the dice for you as well. My dice that I created. So, okay, for you guys. Yeah, you are definitely, so cool. You're definitely going through this transformation. You have 22, but you have 7 next to it. So 7 is all to do with lessons, understandings of who you are. It's an opportunity to become more in line with utopia within yourself, but there's usually a lot of lessons to go through to do that. So sometimes we feel that vulnerability, but it is a transformation that you're stepping into something brand new. So the dice are completely agreeing with what I was talking about, and that was the thing that was closest to me. Then we have Mother Earth, which is green again. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And the connection to her as well. So there's something aligning with Earth at the moment, with humanity's consciousness and Earth, because that's 2 messages feeling similar. There's a alignment with Earth and humanity at the moment. She wants us to lie on her and to experience her from a new perspective, to talk to her, to feel into her. There's something new with coming from our own heart base that we can start to connect to her again. So it's a similar message to pile 1 as well, if you want to go look at that. But and then next to that is 4. So here we are, we're grounding. This is grounding, because 4 is a stability number. So Earth and 4, stable, stability coming into Earth, grounding Earth. Yeah, there's something that eventually is going to be grounded, because it was just one step away from the transformation that you're going through now and feeling into your heart base, and then grounding something completely new, a new business, a new opportunity, something that's coming in for you, a gift that's coming in, physical. This is physical. This is very physical. Earth and 4. You can't get more physical than that. Like 4 is the stable, the foundation of a house or a new house or something like that, something new coming in for you, because it's aligning with that. And then right at the very away and pointing away was the number 2. So so there's something, maybe some sort of connection that you have, a unity that you have, that needs to be let go of for this to be experienced. So yeah, you might have some sort of job, something that you loved a while ago that's not really serving purpose anymore. It's not aligned with your heart-based scenario, so you might need to let go of something that, okay, now it's not aligning because I found more of who I am, and that now I see that as just me following a program that I thought I had to do it that way because my mind was in control then. But now I'm feeling into what I truly desire and really want, and it totally makes a difference. So there's something that you're going to let go of in order, but the gift is coming anyway. So it's kind of going to be a don't worry about the letting go too much. It's going to happen naturally. Focus in on where you really want to go more than anything. Hey, Celtic, good to see you. Hey, Diane, Sky, and Julie. I didn't say hello before because I was really into these pick a card readings. Okay. So we've done group 1 and group 2. So now we'll come along into group 3. Maybe this is for you, Celtic, because You just arrived while I'm doing number 3. Okay, so for pile number 3, we have the lapis crystal, and we have, okay, another earth. All of these are earth-based pictures. Wow. Communication. Okay, this is very elemental though. This has a lot of hidden elementals. See the little fairy? And there's a fairy over here. They're all hidden throughout this picture. And the lapis is to do with communication, higher communication. So there's a higher communication coming from for you, and not necessarily the elementals themselves. Could be something to do with your lineage, communicating with. They're actually bringing me to goddesses and gods, and well, goddesses actually. Like Athena and also Indian goddesses. There's something to do with communication with that, because you're aligning with your own goddess within yourself. When you align with the essence of who you are, that brings you into higher communication, and then these can come through. Not to say that aspect doesn't live in the that aspect doesn't live in the elemental world as well. It's really interesting. They're showing me the goddesses also live within the elemental world as well, and so there's a grounding here of the God within you, or the goddess within you. There's a grounding of the power within you, grounding of the love within you, grounding of your soul, more of your soul coming in line with who you are, which is gifting you more communication. It's different feel than the others. It's more of a like, see, there's a dark hole here. It's like moving through darkness, and seeing things from a higher contrast, understanding of a higher contrast of, oh my God, okay, that lifestyle is so what I really know I do not want now, and this lifestyle is absolutely what I absolutely want now. It's like this, everything's like polarity is stretched, and you can see one side is just, oh my God, and then the other side is like pulled into absolute no-go zone. So that contrast within your own mind is so split that you have a clear way or a clear path home. But also they're saying, don't forget that through the darkness, you will find more of, you will find more, it's like more playground. Through the darkness, you will find more to play with. So sometimes it's like where you walk into a room and it's dark and you've got a torch, and then you shine the torch on certain things and you go, oh, okay, there's a desk there. Okay, there's a bed there. Okay, there's a lamp there. I can turn that lamp on and then go in. And so they're saying, search, sometimes even though there's high contrast and you can see where you don't want to go, never be afraid of being vulnerable enough to experience a little bit of darkness, so that you can have more playground to play in and shine your light more on it and go, wow, now I understand even more of myself. So it's funny. It's an interesting, it's kind of almost confusing. So it might be confusing for you at this moment as well. It might be like I can't even describe this feeling. That's probably the best way, is that room of walking into something unknown darkness and then shining your light onto it. I wish I could just wish we could have feeling TV, right? And this is what's coming when we all become more telepathic. Oh, interesting that they're bringing this up through this reading. This is what when we become more telepathic. Ah, okay. So maybe you're becoming more telepathic. And then you're starting to experience more communication with others, with other people as well. So be aware of that what they're bringing into you is an expansion of awareness. It's not necessarily something dark. I lost what I was going to say before. There was a story that I was going to say about being telepathic too. I know you guys are like, remember it, remember it. Sorry. In any case, it fleeted there for a moment to bring me to the fact that you're becoming more telepathic. Okay, when we're telepathic, when we understand ourselves from a heart base, because telepathy comes from the heart, comes from feeling. You have to feel through that. It's not a logical thing at all. And so you connect through feelings. That means you entwine yourself with others and their emotions, their feelings, and so forth, recognizing that all is you is anyway, all is a mirror of you anyway. But there is this movie that I was brought to many, many, many years ago when my kids were young, and it was called The Last Mimsy. If you ever want to watch it, it's so incredible because there's actual footage at the beginning of the movie and the end that is of future Earth that I've been to that felt just like that, where the teacher connects with the pupils, and they all sit in a field and they go, let's tune in together. And they tune in together, and then she imagines this story of when humanity was lost and how we ended up freeing ourselves through the story, which is what the movie is about. And it's just beautiful. You have to watch it. It's actually making me want to watch it again. And that's what they're saying, is that, TVs, computers and all of that's going away, because we are going to learn how to become that, tune into each other, and we can visually through a controlled mind, gift other people experiences through, especially as a tutor or a teacher, where you can gift each other experiences. So you're literally stepping into more of that. There's something that you are opening up to. So this is how far it can go. And I know I'm like giving you the expanded awareness of how far you can go with this, but just at the start, to recognize that don't ever be afraid of the darkness when you open up some new gift, because it's through that you find your strength, and there is no darkness when it comes to you from the source energy's point of view. You just love going on a journey, and so you will illuminate more of that you felt was something that was a darkness within you. So there's something to do with that. I hope I'm making more sense here. Okay, I'm going to throw the dice for number 3, group 3, and we'll see what happens with this. You are kidding me. Okay, so we've got 22 and Oneness come out again. We are massively moving towards oneness here. We are massively going through huge transformation. Okay, but you've also got number 5, which is a journey unto the south, and that's the closest number that was to you. So this is what's happening. You're going on a journey. There's something new that's been discovered within you at the moment, and I'm going to say within. It just feels like within. You might feel like going on a trip or a camping trip or something like that. You might feel like actually traveling, but you're actually going on an inward journey here. And that was close to number 22, which is the transformation and the feeling a little vulnerable because you've been the 4 and you're jumping off the cliff and you're looking a little different now. that sort of thing. Along with number 6, look how many of these numbers are similar. If you go through each pile, I can't believe that. That's so cool. Number 6 is all to do with creation. I'm feeling a sliding in of something new, because it was on that side, a sliding in of something new for you. Yeah, I'm just going to say that, a sliding in of something new, but on the opposite side of the 22, which is the transformation, you have number 7. And that is, you know, there is still lessons to be learned here, even though you're opening up something, even like you're literally on the prefaces of this new experience. It's so incredible, even though I've like separated all these groups out, how much they are similar, connecting to Gaia and all that sort of stuff. But it's got to go with it. At least we didn't have the same card as the last 3 times coming out. And oneness again. But oneness was facing opposite, and it was further away from you. So through through this transition, you might feel like you're moving away from the love of yourself, but it's actually opening up more gifts, because it's like you've opened up the gift, and so now you're like one step ahead of number 2, where you've actually opened up the gift, and now it's like, holy crap, I feel like I've actually gone away from oneness, even though I feel like I'm now more in line with understanding that, say, for instance, telepathy can be something that we can actually do. This is for real. This is for real. Like you're really saying to yourself, oh my God, this is for real. We really are a telepathic being. But with that comes this, unknown quantity of yourself. When Parisha, the elder, actually held my hand and talked to me telepathically, it was vulnerable. I was vulnerable. She had to connect to my heart. She had to connect through feeling. She had to really feel into me, and I had to feel into her. We became one in that moment so that we could exchange ourselves, our stories. And then I had this immense love for her, and I got confused, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm not sexually attracted to an old lady, because that's how powerful it was. I was like getting confused with my logical brain, couldn't put it in a place. But I just wanted to be with her. It was just so weird. This is after the experience. So this is what I mean by this, like a feeling of darkness that you go into because you've opened up something brand new. And then you have to see from your logical point of view of what to let go of. We need to just, I just had to put it in its place. The understanding of this new gift that's coming in for you. Could be telepathy, but also they're saying to me it could be something else, but this is communication. Something to do with communication. Okay. Very cool. Right, so that is the pick a channel message, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And so we'll leave that right there, and I will insert the timestamps later on. And well, Celtic, you've got a lot to say today. That was just have a look anyway at all of the pick the one that you want and see where you go from there. What else have I got to do for today? Sorry, I'm just coming back to myself so that I can channel through anything else that needs to be spoken about right here, right now. Just be aware of your vulnerability as you're stepping out of wherever you're going. Just be aware that it's okay to feel vulnerable. Be gentle on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Move through this transition with love and appreciation for all. And don't try to make something happen. Because you're already in your mind as soon as you are trying. You're not in your heart. Just keep coming back to self and trusting the process that That which will fall away is meant to fall away. That which won't will not, and it'll just be a natural thing that will occur. Yeah, because sometimes we have it in our head because of things that have happened in the past. Oh, that thing has to fall away because that's reminding me of my past. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's just that you've been triggered by your past because your mind is still playing being in charge, and it's playing a game with you. So once you let go of that mind game, all of a sudden the thing that's next to you isn't so bad. Excuse me. Okay. Thank you, Maggie, and thank you, Celtic. Thank you, everybody, for being here and for being in the chat bar. Don't forget, I have another channel message coming up next week. I will be working on another video this weekend, and yeah, and if you want a one-on-one reading with me, my line is open, and just go through my website, codes2anew-reality.com. The link should be down below, and if it's not, just give me a small message and I'll give it to you again. So yeah, that's a Zoom conference one-on-one, and I'd love to see you there, and then we can have a little chat about everything for you. Okay, love you guys heaps, from my heart to yours. Bye.